Well, good morning everyone. Here we are on a beautiful, look at that sunny, cloudless day. Look at that blue stuff up there. Wow, wish we saw that more often here in Kentucky. We've seen it a lot lately actually, which is really good. So we are at the front of the Ararat Ridge Zoo, the new entrance, and we've just opened it. We have a walk-through kangaroo area, and we also have ostriches in there, and we're going to have some sloths coming and some other things, but we're progressively opening all the different animal exhibits in here, and so we thought we'd take you through, because today, for the very first time, the expanded zoo, the brand new entrance, see here, Ararat Ridge Zoo and Petting Area, we opened this. Now, this more than doubles, actually, the size of the zoo at the back of the Ark, and we only just opened this not that long ago, and we can already see people coming in. Thousands of people coming in a day right now. In fact, we've had record crowds every day since basically our busy time. Our busy time starts Memorial Day weekend, and then we go right through until it'll slow down a little bit in August as schools go back and so on, and then September gets busy, but really August, September, October stay pretty busy because of all the bus tours anyway, and still lots of people come. So here's our new sign here. Welcome to the Ararat Ridge Zoo. And these are temporary in here. They're goats, and they're just temporary. The reason is because we have Aodad goats with the big curly horns. They're coming, and so they'll be in there soon. And a sign here about created kind. So we're going to have a lot of teaching through the zoo, and a lot of teaching as well through in our live animal stage programs. We'll do that as well. We'll show you about that. And what we want to do is, look who we've met here. This is Leanne, and Leanne looks after the zoos here at the Ark and at the Creation Museum. And Leanne, you got the microphone.
Yes, I do.
Oh, great. Tell us a little bit about what's going in here.
Okay, so with our new expansion, we have, of course, our lovely, we call this exhibit over here Goat Mountain, because our site development team was able to source a lot of these rocks. Actually came from here on the Ark Encounter property.
That massive one there is, I forget how many ton it weighs, but it's very heavy.
It's very heavy. So that was actually, as they were digging out for the Ark, that rock actually came from underneath the Ark. So eventually we'll have Aodads over here. So they are a species of wild sheep. So they're in the same created kind as our domesticated goats and sheep. So right now we just have our goats in here getting some exercise.
Because we've only just sort of opened this area up, and it's not all finished yet, but
yes,
we've got enough finished to be able to open it up to the public.
We do.
And so just over here, we can see that area there. There's no animals in that right now, but we have sloths coming.
Yes, so this area down here is our sloth exhibit, our outdoor sloth exhibit. The nice part is also that we are actually going to have an indoor viewing area as well for our sloths. So over the winter, or when it's too cold for the sloths to be out on exhibit, they are also going to be able, guests are actually going to be able to view them in the winter months as well. But their outdoor exhibit, we tried to do a Kentucky rainforest basically in here for the sloths as well. So
we're going to go through this area. This is a kangaroo walkthrough area. So
let's we're going to go ahead and go on in. You guys can all come.
Okay, if you can excuse us here. There we go.
Hold on, I got it.
You got it?
We latch it on the inside just so we don't have any viewers escape.
Okay, so this is a kangaroo walkthrough area where people will be able to walk through and see the kangaroos.
Yeah, so this is our walkthrough. We have 7 kangaroos out here full-time right now. We've got an 8th that's a little Joey. So she is actually out here today. She's getting reintroduced to the mob. So you may see her when you come here. She's our tiniest little one. So she'll be out here for probably a couple hours a day when some of her roo keepers are out here with her.
Okay, we can see a couple of kangaroos in there. They're lying down. They need to be... I need to be where they are, lying down, asleep.
They have the right idea. When it gets hot, they say, no thank you.
And then we can see kangaroo over here. Oh, and there's another one lying down in there. Yeah, when it gets hot, they like to lie down,
Yes.
don't they?
Kangaroos have the right idea. When it's hot, they go and lay low.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is get on my...
If it's a cooler day, but they also like to just kind of lounge in the shade as well.
So I'm just going to get on my Facebook here and go to go live here. So if you've got any questions, we're going to see some of the rest of what we're doing here at our new zoo. So let's go down here. Here we are. Okay, so I'll be following down here. Now this is an area where in the winter they'll be able to view the kangaroos inside here.
Yes. So, one of the things with kangaroos here in the States is when it gets cold, they have to go inside because they need to stay warm over the winter months because they don't have a thick coat. So guests will now be able to view our kangaroos over the winter months as well through these nice windows.
And then over here, the sloths are at the other end. Mm-hmm. Over here we have a tortoise, African tortoise.
Mm-hmm. This is our African spurred tortoise. So eventually, we would
we have some teaching in here about dispersion at the end of the flood. Mm-hmm. So this is not just an ordinary zoo. I mean, this is teaching from a Christian creationist perspective.
This is a very special zoo.
Here's the African tortoise
This is Munch up here. So Munch is our African spurred tortoise. He weighs probably about 80 pounds right now, and he'll keep growing.
I've watched him. He can run faster than I can.
He can really move.
He's not just slow.
So this is a great exhibit for him. So he was originally a program animal, so now he's got an exhibit space just for him.
And then we have here the ostriches.
Yes. So these girls just moved over the beginning of this week. So this is really a great exhibit for them. They're on grass now. They were on sand and gravel before, so this is actually a really great natural looking exhibit for them.
Someone asked, does this come with admission to the Ark? Yes, it's all included with your admission to the Ark, just like the playground is and programs in the Answer Center. They're all included here. And let me see what else I got here. The zoo is a wonderful addition. Everyone really enjoys it. Yeah, it really expands the zoo because the zoo goes way behind now. We also have here zebras and alpacas and llamas and yaks and emus, Australian emus. And what else? We've got the sloths coming. The Aodad gates coming. We're going to have some sort of large birds over here.
There's going to be large birds down here.
It's going to be a large bird exhibit.
And then over here on our left is going to be our ring-tailed lemurs.
Lemurs, okay, going in here. And then beyond the lemurs, there's
going to be bear cats. And then we actually have some African crested porcupines. So we're actually using part of the building the bear cats are going to be housed in to actually create an exhibit for them. So right now you can either only see them if they're up on the second deck of the Ark or if they're out in one of the pens out in the zoo. So they'll have a full-time exhibit.
And what are these animals here in the zoo? These animals are, these are Homo sapiens. Yes. Homo sapiens in the zoo. So Leanne, can I have your microphone, or can you give it to them? And they can hold that one microphone here. And actually, this is Steve Hess and Southern Salvation, Matt and John, right? Yes. And they actually do concerts in our Answer Center every day, and they do a kids concert, and I even have fun with them. And when I'm down here and I speak like today, I actually, at the end, try to play piano with the professionals as they sing. And we'll do one of the great hymns or something like that. Hey, can you just give us an idea what you do?
Oh, sure.
Sure. Let's do everybody.
Everybody. Oh, I love that.
Okay. I love it. All right. Everybody will be happy over there. We will shout and sing His praise. Everybody will be happy over there. Everybody will be happy over there. We will shout and sing His praise. Everybody will be happy over there. Everybody will be happy over there.
Hey, that's not bad. If you guys keep practicing,
we'll keep working that.
You'll do well. So
we'll keep working.
Okay.
The zoo is incredible. What a
Yeah,
great
it's going to be a great addition. And when we get the lemurs up here and what's going in the other ones you say? Bearcats? What do you call them? Benterons, bearcats. And we don't have an exhibit here to put you guys in yet because we use you over in the Answer Center.
Well, we can't be in both places.
Yeah. So you're doing a concert this afternoon at 2 o'clock,
At 2
right?
o'clock.
Yep.
And then again at 4:30,
yeah.
a special kids concert.
Yeah, and you do that every Tuesday through Saturday. And then at Christmas, Christmas
Already.
town at the Creation Museum has live nativity and spectacular garden lights. Here we have spectacular lights, and here we're having Steve Hess and Matt and John, and they'll be doing special concerts and traditional Christmas carols.
Yes.
And that'll be in the Answer Center.
That will be in the
We're going to
Answer
show
Center.
our big widescreen 70-foot by 22-foot video animated about the entire message of Christmas starting in Genesis.
It'll be fun.
You guys will be teaching people how to sing the traditional Christmas carols, which you don't hear a lot in churches these days. And you'll do some other special songs and go around and meet people and eat.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
And eat a lot. So that's for Christmas. So with that, I'll get Leanne to grab the microphone back and let's go around here and show you a bit more of what we're going to be doing in the very near future. Hey, see you over there later. Okay. So let's go down here, and somebody's saying can't wait to visit the Creation Museum and the Ark. Fun, love the music ad, and they're walking through the main zoo. There is also a petting zoo for the kids. And this is the new part of the main zoo here. So the bearcats will be going in there.
The bearcats and our African crested porcupines and
African crested porcupine and something else. It's going to be a surprise to be decided. Actually, they get this done pretty quickly, but seeing as we had that part open, we decided to open the brand new entrance to the zoo, and then we'll come around here and show you what else will be happening very soon. It's not going to take long, but it'll be very soon. And we have built a stage area, and we're going to be having live animal programs regularly throughout the day with different animals, different programs, teaching programs, and of course from a Christian creationist perspective. The whole zoo, the signage and what we do here is to teach about kinds and the difference between kinds and species, and for instance, are emus and ostriches the same kind?
They are actually not the same kind.
They're different kinds.
Yes, the emus are actually
but they're both flightless birds.
They are flightless birds.
But they're separate kinds.
They're separate kinds.
So, but kangaroos and wallabies are the same
Kangaroos
kind.
and wallabies are the same kinds.
And we have wallabies at
the Creation Museum.
the Creation Museum. So this is the stage area. You can see they're getting this ready. The animals will be behind that area. They wanted to get the other part of the zoo open first. This will be, I think, the next section to get open, as well as get the Aodad goats in and the sloths, right?
Yes.
And then we'll progressively add the other things as well. Someone said any dinosaurs? No dinosaurs.
No dinosaurs.
No.
Unless
they're talking about me. Somebody said, I wish Kentucky is closer to New Jersey. Well, what you do is you leave New Jersey and you head west, right?
Just go west.
Yeah, just go west. Somebody said they really enjoyed the animal presentations, and there we have it. And then the rest of the zoo, well, let's just go for a quick walk down here.
Yeah.
The rest of the zoo, this is a sluice area here.
Yeah, we can actually go see our African crested porcupines are actually out in exhibit today.
Oh, are they? Okay, let's go and have a look. African crested porcupines. Let's go and have a look at them. All right. And hello from Texas. We really enjoyed our visit to the Ark Encounter. Amazing how much has changed. It changes pretty quickly around here.
It changes very quickly.
It's not like evolution, which is slow over millions of years, right?
No.
So actually, when people first come to the Ark, I mean, I don't know how many are here. I think we're expecting 6,000 a day. And there's probably a couple of thousand in the Ark already. But they come in there, they go into the Ark, and there's a few out here, but then they start coming out about 12:30, and then the ground starts getting busy as well. So this is the rest of the zoo. The emus are down there. I can see the emus there. And I think the alpacas and llamas are in the next pen there. Camel rides here. See the camels getting ready for rides.
They're ready. They're open.
So I think they're just getting ready to open the camel rides.
Yep.
They open later in the morning, like around
11.
now.
Yeah,
11.
they're open. They should be open now.
Okay. And
here we go.
here we have. Look, you can.
Oh, they're in the same crate.
They haven't got out yet.
They were out running around earlier.
Oh, they were? So there's two of them in there?
Yes, this is Gideon and Atara. They are our African crested porcupines. So this is actually was our old kangaroo exhibit. So now that the kangaroos have their nice new exhibit, we've been trying to get some of our animals that don't currently have an exhibit out on exhibit for guests to see.
Okay, so over time we'll be adding more animals even in
Yes.
this area of the zoo here.
Yes.
So the African crested porcupines. Oh, I see some people now going over to the camel
Yes,
rides.
they're headed over to camel rides.
Okay, so let's have a quick look down here. And as we go down, we won't walk all the way down there, but the rest of the zoo, I see the yaks right at the end.
Yes, the yaks are at the back
And
there.
there's alpacas and llamas.
And then our zebra is in this next exhibit.
Oh,
down
zebra's in
here.
the next one.
Yep.
So we won't go down there. Let's have a look at this person. I think he's going to have a camel ride right here. So it's an amazing place when you think about it. There's the Ark, all the 3 decks of the Ark you go through, and then outside the Ark at the back we now have this big expanded zoo, and you can see them, they're getting the camel there ready for a camel ride.
Yes.
And there's people that recognize me. Hi. And okay, so we'll have a look. You know, I tried a camel ride. I have interesting back issues, and I did a camel ride for a Facebook Live. I don't know whether you remember. It was
Yes,
up
I
at
was
the
there
Creation
that day,
Museum.
yep. You
know, it was
rode,
like 2 months before I recovered from that, from one camel ride.
I think you were at CJ up at the Creation Museum.
But I have, I have some chronic disc issues down the back of my back. But anyway, oh, look at that. There's a young lady hopping on the camel, and imagine, this is the only place I know of in the entire world where you can have a camel ride at the back of Noah's Ark looking at the Ark.
And it's the only place in the entire world that you can get a picture on the camel with the Ark in the background. It's a pretty unique experience.
Oh, I think she doesn't want to go on there. They're trying to talk her into going on. I think, well, maybe she'll do it.
Sometimes when you work, when the zookeepers work the camel stand, we have to kind of be the motivational speakers and get people to get up on the camel. It is kind of scary. They are very tall animals.
Oh, that's what it is. That she needs some help getting on there. Yeah, I think she did it.
There
Look
she
at
goes.
that. Okay. And now, all right, here they go. There, you can
There you
have
go.
a camel ride at the back of the Ark. Just think, then, you know, if you go back in times of, you know, the Israelites and so on wandering around, I mean, people were riding camels like this. You know, they
Yes.
still do it today.
Still do it
actually,
today.
in the Middle East. Can you imagine that? Instead of a car,
They're very efficient means of transportation.
you wouldn't get far though, in a day.
Not in a day, but you'd eventually get where you were going. Better than riding a horse.
So, can adults ride the camels?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Anyone can ride the camels. That's true. And we have camel rides at the Creation Museum too.
Yes.
And here it's unique because it's at the back of the Ark.
Yes.
So there we are. We wanted to introduce you to the new zoo, to the new entrance, and then we'll be progressively adding animals. So we can't say when the new animals are added. Just come and, you know, because they could arrive any day, any time.
Yeah, they could arrive any day. You know, a lot of there's different permits that are needed for transport, things like that. So
all
we're
that has to
working
be
with other
obtained first.
we're
Yeah.
working with other zoos to acquire animals right now. So.
And then we keep adding the animals here, and this will be a great experience. And the teaching aspect is teaching about kinds. So let's go backwards back through this area. You can see there, that's where the animal active stage will be, and we'll have live animal programs there. In fact, that area is almost finished.
It's almost there.
They haven't got much to do, and then we'll be able to have those programs there. And then this is the new part of the zoo here. You know, it's interesting, this was all bare rock. Look what our landscapers have done. They're incredibly talented, aren't they?
All this landscaping just went in this past week.
Yeah,
So,
so none of that landscaping was there a week ago.
This was rock.
Think
last
about
week.
it. and to actually plant anything here, because it is all rock, I mean, they had to excavate down about 25 feet to be
Yeah.
able to build the Ark. And so to plant any trees, they have to actually dig through the rock and bring in the soil. And yet our landscapers have been able to do that. And again, we get more and more signs going up from a biblical perspective. You know, this sign in front of us at the African Tortoise one is about the dispersion after the flood. We see the ostriches over there getting used to their new home. They were moved just, yesterday was it?
Monday.
Monday.
They moved over Monday.
Okay. And then we'll go up here and look at the kangaroos.
The kangaroos have been over here for about 2.5 weeks now. We wanted to give them plenty of time to settle in to their new home.
They're in the shade.
It's getting hot.
It's getting hot today. But at least they can go past them and see them. And if you're here early in the morning, the kangaroos get pretty active, don't they?
If you come down to the zoo first thing when you get here,
or late in the afternoon.
So
yeah.
you know, we're open till 9 o'clock right now. So that's a great time to come down and see active kangaroos.
Yeah.
Is once the sun starts going down, they start getting more and more active.
Yep. So here we are. So the goats over there. We call that Goat Mountain, but
it's going to be Aldad Mountain eventually.
Yeah. So what are we going to do with the goats? They're going to go back to the petting zoo?
They're going to go back to the petting zoo. Yeah. So we just tried to put some of our guys that need a little bit extra exercise up here
until we get our
Aldads. So
yeah.
That way we have something in here that it represents the goat kind. So.
Which is, let me see, goats, sheep, they're all the same kind, right?
Yes, actually Aldads are, they're actually considered a wild sheep. They're actually not considered a wild goat, believe it or not.
So Aldads, your domestic sheep, your goats, they're all part of the one kind.
They're
you only need two of that kind
yes.
on the ark, right?
They're part of the sowing kind.
So, okay. Well, we'll just grab our videographer here today. It's showing of people going into the kangaroo area, and we go back out and look at the entrance, and then we'll show you Mzara's buffet. That's becoming very popular. Incredible buffet. See the 2-story restaurant over there, and our smokehouse, it's over there as well, our smokehouse and grill, and we smoke brisket here and other meats. And you see people starting to come out of the ark now, so they're starting to go to Mzara's right now. So there we are, and there's the new entrance. And so most people now will go in there, down the back, around past the zoo, come back. They'll even be watching live animal programs. And we have rainbow gardens over here. They're beautiful right now as well. Somebody said the food was delicious. So the food at Mzara's is delicious. So we're going to just walk over to the rainbow gardens just quickly. And you'll see why they're called rainbow gardens, because I want to show you that they've got hanging plants, and they put these in the greenhouses in the winter, and they grow even bigger and better. But you can see there, hanging on those posts, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. There you are. The 7 main colours of the rainbow. And at the family playground, we actually have a rainbow maze, and we have a sign talking about the true meaning of the rainbow, which is given in Genesis 9. God said after the flood, when you see a rainbow, that it's a reminder that he made a covenant with man and the animals who would never repeat such an event again. We've seen lots of local floods, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, but we haven't seen a global flood, because that only happened once. And that was about 4,300 years ago at the time of Noah. Well, there we are. Okay, so hope you enjoyed our little tour today. Come and visit the Ark Encounter, arkencounter.com. The Creation Museum is 45 minutes away, creationmuseum.org. And they're the 2 leading Christian-themed attractions in the world. Beautiful with the gardens right now. And I'd say right through until October, the gardens are at their peak.
Yes.
And then October, fall sort of starts. And so some of the trees start losing their leaves and so on. by the end of October, it's very, very different. And then we have our winter programs.
Yes.
Day after Thanksgiving, right through to Christmas. Well, Christmas Day we're closed, but then right through to December 30. We have the special Christmas programs at the Ark and the Creation Museum. Go online, you'll find out all about those. With that, I'll say you have a great day.